Bizarre 1000 here with my Monday Night Raw review for July 18th, 2011. Vince McMahon comes out and he says that no one man is bigger than the WWE, and I will never say that man's name again, which is Kyle Kane and CM Punk. Okay. And then we have an 8-man tournament: Miz versus Riley, W versus Kingston, Truth versus Swagger, Ziggler versus Mysterio. Miz beats Riley. I'm not really a big fan of either two, so I didn't really pay attention to the match. I was kind of bored with it. But it is kind of weird that I wonder if the WWE is starting to regret saying that they're not a wrestling company. Because you notice they've been using wrestling a lot lately. CM Punk's new shirt says the greatest in the world, or the best in the world, or something like that, which is kind of funny. The best wrestler in the world because they're not a wrestling company. And Del and Kingston. Okay, I come back. Kingston won, but I figured he would because Del already has already has a guaranteed shot anytime he wants it. But when Kingston rolled him up after he went for a cross arm breaker, which was an okay match, I always thought you had to stay at your pin. Like if you go for a Northern Light suplex, like you see in the old WCW, um, if you went for a pin, you cannot change your pin position. Otherwise, the count would start over. Well, Kofi did, and the count continued. Like he had him rolled up 1, 2, then he stood up as the ref's counting, which I always thought you had to stay in one position. But what do I know? I just been following wrestling my whole life. So if they're gonna change the rules, they could at least give the fans a rule book and let us see. Give us a rule book on wrestling. I mean, give us the rules of pro wrestling, and give us the rule book. I want to see it, where it says you can only do this, this, and this. Okay, yeah. And R-Truth rolls up Swagger, which was an interesting match just because it was like Swagger and R-Truth, which I think they could have thrown someone else in there. Because without John Cena, their biggest star on Monday Night Raw is Rey Mysterio. I'm not saying Rey Mysterio's not a good wrestler or nothing. He is. He's great. But I mean, Rey Mysterio is their biggest star. I mean, back in the day when I'll go through. Okay, R-Truth rolled him up. Rey Mysterio won. Okay, Miz beat Kingston, of course. An okay match. R-Truth and Rey Mysterio, phenomenal match. This is the match of the night, in my opinion. This is a great match. And then we go into we have a Divas match, which who cares? Lasted all 2 seconds. I mean, really, a Divas match. This is what I would have done. Okay, if you watch Raw, okay, we have Ricardo Rodriguez return. This is what I would have done though. Hear me out. Okay, say that Rey Mysterio wins. Okay, Rey Mysterio wins the title. Show goes off. We had to think about Andy Levine or whatever his name is. Okay, say that. Say that Rey Mysterio would have won the title tonight. This is what I would have done. Just saying, this is me. Why not have Del Rio cash his Money in the Bank in right there, hit Rey Mysterio over the head, and win the title right there on Live on Raw? That would be historic Raw. Where you have Rey Mysterio crowned as the new WWE champion, and then he says and then Del Rio cashes Money in the Bank in to win the title, and it becomes a historic night. You go from having no title to having the title change hands. I mean, think about if they would have done that, how much bigger Raw would have been talked about tonight, and how much better Raw would have been. Raw was still okay tonight. It wasn't great. I was disappointed that we didn't get to see a new champion. But I understand why. If you're gonna have a championship match between Rey Mysterio and The Miz, why not promote it for a week? This is what separates the WWE from TNA. Well, TNA is getting better, and with WCW as well, with the whole Hogan versus Goldberg thing. I think WCW is really dumb with that because they could have promoted that for like a month for a pay-per-view instead of giving it away for free, which I'm glad they did. I loved watching it for free. But business, it's not good business to give away great matches like that for free. In Vince McMahon, yes, we're going to get it free on Monday Night Raw because I think he has something bigger planned for SummerSlam. Like, we could see John Cena versus Miz at SummerSlam. Because honestly, I don't think Rey Mysterio is going to win it. I'm sorry, I don't. Because Rey Mysterio's contract's about up. And if they're basically going in a new direction, a different generation, like the John Cena generation, where you got the Miz. To me, right now, the Miz is the next John Cena. And John Cena, okay, Vince came out and said, you're going to have this match next week. But that's what I would have done. And so John Cena comes out and starts talking to him and stuff. He said, you had Shawn Michaels bend over backwards for you, and you left him with that he's always been known for is you screwed Brett. You screwed Brett. You screwed Brett. That's all you remember about Shawn Michaels. Then John Cena came out and grabbed the mic and said all this stuff. And one thing he said, this is the first time it's ever been done on national TV. In the WETV. They didn't say TNA exactly, but you know Hulk Hogan is a big part of TNA.
You screwed Brett? Would I?
That's what was interesting about that, I thought. Let's listen in.
To do that, you thought you needed somebody to play ball, and I was going to be your patsy. No way. And I know I'm not supposed to say his name, but Punk, if you are out there watching, it was a hell of a match last night, son. Thank you so much. Hey, listen. You put me in a position to make a decision. You wanted the match thrown out. I don't do business like that. You're a businessman. You got your way of doing business. I do my business a certain way. I am not going to play along with that crap because you would have made a WWE Championship meaningless. So here's the skinny. I've had a great career here. And he says he can make another one of me. Fine, Vince. Go ahead. Make one. Make 10. I don't care. I'm even giving you some time. You have 8 months, give or take a few days, to find another opponent for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at WrestleMania 28. I'm not an idiot, Vince. You'll do some hocus pocus and you'll find somebody for Dwayne. And WrestleMania will go off without a hitch, as if I was never even here. I get it. Meanwhile, I get to walk out of here with my pride and my dignity. So before we get into the formalities and the big Vince McMahon walk and the whole speech, which I'm going to let you do, go ahead, it's what they know you for. I just need to tell you something, and I want this to sink in. I love the WWE, and I truly believe I belong here. And man, I hate saying this, but if you're about to tell me that I'm not welcome here, if you're about to tell me that I have no other option, I love this. This is what I do. And if you make me walk tonight, then I will walk on someone else's television show and keep doing this, brother. That is no...
If you didn't see or you didn't hear, Vince McMahon, his look at his eyes are great when he says that. And he says, don't threaten me. Don't threaten me. I'm kind of confused, though. Okay. If the WE is way up here, and TNA is way down here, why do they basically give TNA a plug? Because anyone who, say no one, just a casual wrestling fan who watches Raw, but they never watch TNA, they don't even know what it is. And you say brother, and people say, hey, that's Hulk Hogan. What do you mean by that? And so you just basically informed them you just basically told them that there's another wrestling show on besides us. There's another show on you can watch besides us. The people who only watch Monday WE television. So you basically just gave TNA a plug. Live on Monday Night Raw. by saying brother, which people know who brother. Everyone know Hogan. If not, someone will ask, well, what's that mean? Oh, it means TNA. Hulk Hogan's in TNA. You Google Hulk Hogan, what is he doing now? It'll come up TNA Wrestling or Impact Wrestling. They might go tune in and watch that. So they just, TNA, Dixie Carter should be thanking Vince and John Cena. Hey, thanks for the plug, guys. We appreciate it. Thanks for the Monday Night Raw plug. Thank you. And I guarantee you, me and my brother have talked about this before. If John Cena left the WWE, TNA would sign him in a heartbeat. Guaranteed. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. I hate John Cena, but he puts asses in the seats. Guys, that's my review. Next week, Miz. Oh yeah, my bad, I forgot the most important thing. Triple freaking H returns. He said, Vince, you're fired. We wish you well in all your future endeavors. Right? That's how it would be cool like that. But no. He had to do this. Vince, I don't want to do this. I love you, man. Me and the family feel that it's time for you to step down. I need to. The board has appointed me the new chairman, or wrong call me. Really? Really? You can hear Triple H cry on TV? Really? Mr. Sledgehammer Mr. Sledgehammer Freak crying on Monday Night Raw? Really? We're gonna see Vince like saying that, Triple H crying, like, I love you. I love you. Like, a love fest, really. We don't get to see a world title match, or WE title, or WF title match, which Vince called it. And we don't get to see Vince. If I want to see anything, I want to see John Cena fired. I would love to see Triple H at least say, Vince, you're fired. I'd love to see that. But no, I don't get that either. So I was really disappointed. The only thing I really enjoyed about tonight was wrestling. And it's not a wrestling show, which I was so confused about that. There was no promos at all. I thought I was watching Impact for a minute. I mean, really, I thought I was watching TNA Impact. Because it's like, what the heck? They go from match to match to match to match to match. Few, like maybe 30-second promos backstage, maybe even a minute long. I mean, that was it. No anonymous general manager, which I'm loving. I hate that thing. I mean, nothing. So, guys, this is Bizarre 1000. Hope you enjoyed this review. I know I got it late to you. I apologize. Check out F and True Wrestling and F and True Entertainment. We've had our ups and downs. Those guys are really cool, so check them out.